and your Central Penn College Knights. During this time, we would like to recognize our senior here tonight for the Central Penn College Knights basketball team. So let's welcome to the court number 14, Anthony McClinton. Anthony is being accompanied tonight by his parents and is a communications major who has been a member of the basketball team for the past 3 seasons and made a significant impact on the basketball team's success. During his time at Central Penn College, he has been recognized as a 2-time Athlete of the Week and Central Penn College Athlete of the Month. Athletically, Anthony is currently in the top 10 in the USCAA for field goal percentage. His favorite memory at Central Penn College was last season's game against Cheyney, where he shot 100% from the field, finishing with 24 points in a team victory. After graduation, Anthony hopes to play overseas in Spain and become a sports videographer for ESPN. His final message to his teammates and fans are, thank you for everything, for being there for him in every way possible. He is truly grateful for the opportunity to play the sport that he loves. He would not have been able to accomplish anything without everyone and alone with the Lord God. He is truly blessed to encounter all his coaches, teammates, staff, and fans over the years. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything was all worth it to help him as an individual. He will continue to shine in the light of his life, and for that he is grateful, and he will tackle everything in the next journey in his life. We would also like to give a special thank you and shout out to Professor Paul Miller for helping him along the way in his professional and career at Central Penn College. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for number 14, Anthony McClinton. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for number 14, Anthony McClinton. And now let's get into the starting lineups. First, for the visitors, Cheyney University. Wearing number 0 is Joshua Blackman. Number 1, Jason Young. Number 2, Nathan Pettis Jr. Wearing number 20, Clyde Frazier. And wearing number 24 is D'Angelo Lake. All right, fans, it's time to get up. Sir Will needs you to get loud and get crazy. It is time for Central Penn College. At guard, wearing number 3, Darius Wallace. At guard, wearing number 4, Deshaun King. At forward, wearing number 5, Khalil Dukes. He is a senior wearing number 14. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Anthony McClinton. And in the middle, he wears number 24, Riley Young.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the second game of this doubleheader tonight between the Central Penn Knights and Cheyney University. Unfortunately, the women's team was not able to come away with the win of the first game, but hopefully we are hoping for a different result for our men's game here tonight. Obviously, you heard the starting lineups for both teams. Obviously, the big difference, Khalil Dukes is back in the lineup for the Central Penn Knights, going to look to provide some great offensive and defensive help for this Knights team. Last time we saw him out, they were playing against Manor College and they took an unfortunate 98-84 loss. So hopefully they're looking for a different result here tonight. It'll be Riley Young taking the jump ball to start us off against D'Angelo Lake of Cheyney. Cheyney wins the tip, and this game is underway. Nice going a little bit of man defense here early. Trying to get something going inside. Dishes off, misses the shot, and Khalil Dukes comes away with the rebound, and already an empty possession forced by Central Penn's defense. Wallace thought about the three, but this is back off to Dukes. Now McClinton, the man who's getting honored for the senior night tonight. Gets the ball, drives in, working on the defender there. But Blackman comes away with the steal, is going to go coast to coast. But tipped away by McClinton. He was the last one to touch it, and it will remain Cheyney ball. Lake going to work on Young. I believe they called Riley Young for the foul. They are blocking foul. And will obviously remain Cheyney ball once again. Three-pointer from the corner from Frazier off the mark. King trying to come away with it but tips it back. Now McClinton comes away with the loose ball. King takes the three, drives in, puts up the floater off the mark, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and the first 2 points of the game have been scored by Deshaun King. Now Cheyney looking to respond, see what they can do there. Gets it inside to Lake, working on two defenders, but not much struggle there as he puts up the easy two off the glass. Wallace wide open from the wing, and he's going to make that every single time. You don't put hands in his face. An easy three-pointer there from Wallace. Knights lead at 5-2 very early in this game, and a turnover. King comes away with it, dishes off from McClinton, and the finish. And just like that, a little bit of a slow start offensively, but the Knights have stretched out to a 7-2 lead, and now another steal. King taking it himself. This is off of McClinton again, but it is tipped away. Young comes away with the loose ball. Now it goes cross-court pass to Wallace. He's looking for Dukes, but the pass is intercepted. And Dukes gets called for the foul on Pettis, as I am joined again by Brian Christiana.
You do it right. You do it. Great job. I'm glad you got your credit. Oh, he's just giving a thumbs up. Dalton, you're doing a great job as always.
I appreciate it. That was definitely a great shout out there from McClinton. Giving our shout out to producer and commentator for the first game, Professor Paul Miller.
That's producer Paul.
Producer Paul has got a good ring to it, I can't lie. Pettis misses the first free throw. Oh, but the second one will rattle in, bring it back to a 4-point game. Now McClinton, the three-pointer, and it is good. McClinton on his senior night already getting off to a hot start.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Dalton. Got to keep this going. He has good history against Cheyney.
Yes, he does. Last time out, he definitely had a very good performance on the offensive and defensive side, and there he comes away with the steal. Now Wallace for his second three-pointer of the night.
Look at this.
And Wallace is red hot from that left wing, his second make of the night, and already a timeout called by Cheyney Knights, a big 12-3. I mean, so far so good for the Knights.
You're right, Dalton. You can't beat it, man. 12-3. This is the kind of start you want, especially after a tough girls matchup tonight. This is what you want.
Absolutely. Definitely wanted to see the Knights come away with a win here early on. But hey, just very quick, while we have the chance, Weis Market proudly supports our military. As a thank you for our appreciation, Weis Markets offers a 10% discount on participating Weis brand products every Thursday to all active duty, reserve, retired, and military veterans. Thank you for your service. See store for more details. Brian, I know we didn't really get the chance to talk a little bit there early, but what do you think the keys are going to be for the Knights to come away with a win here against Cheyney?
Got to keep the ball going in transition. Got to keep the ball going quick. Got to play quick, and quick. I can keep saying that word all night.
Absolutely. Last time out, we saw the Knights definitely were slowing the pace down a lot on the offensive side, and it cost them a 14-point loss. Now McClinton on the steal.
That's great. That's great defense there.
Absolutely, and they are pulling away early, already up 11, just about 3 minutes into this game. Now Lake going to work on Young. Will not get it to go, but the offensive rebound there. That was Pettis who put it back up but misses. Lake gets another offensive rebound, and that was also another issue we saw them last time out, just laying up too many offensive rebounds. Hopefully going to look to stop, cut that off.
He is a big man. Oh. Lake is a big man down there. He is a big man.
Absolutely. Riley Young definitely has his work cut out for him tonight if he's going to be guarding him for the rest of this game. But after the turnover there from Wallace, it will now be Cheyney ball. Up Lake going into work again. Dishes out to the corner for three-pointer off the mark. King comes away with the rebound.
Oh, nice pass.
A terrific pass there from King to McClinton. The off-balance left-hand finish cannot get it to go.
Well, the 100% isn't happening, but it's still a good start for him.
Absolutely. And that is Young with the finish there to make it a 7-point game. Now McClinton finds a wide-open King. Almost with the N1 finish a little bit off the mark, but regardless, he will head to the line for two. Wow, that was just an absolute complete breakdown in Cheyney's defense there. Wide open. King makes the first for two. On the year, he's an 87% free throw shooter, so definitely one of his strong suits.
Nice.
As that number increases after both makes from King. Knights looking to keep the defensive pressure they've established early on. Force another turnover, empty possession for Cheyney. Lake going into work.
Offensive foul.
Yep, Riley Young in the right place at the right time. An easy call for the refs to make on that charge, and it will be Knights ball. I can always appreciate someone laying their body on the line to go draw a foul like that, Brian.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Lake trying to make a play on that pass. will be knocked out of bounds and remain nice ball, but a good play by Lake nonetheless.
Yes, 100%.
Knights lead it 16-7, about 15 minutes, 20 seconds. Here still very early on in this contest. Now King from way downtown off the mark.
Not a good shot.
Goes over the backboard, and it will go Cheyney ball. I mean, we've seen King make that shot on time to time, but unfortunately, just a little bit off the mark there. Lake gets his pick, a pocket pick by McClinton with a loose ball. McClinton and Morales fighting for it, but it will stay with Cheyney.
Coach is utilizing his bench early.
Yep. This is Jair Walker checking into the game for Darius Wallace. Frazier driving the lane, misses the layup, and oh no, Harrison.
That is on Harrison.
Just unaware that a pass was coming, allows Cheyney to get the ball back, and Blackman with the wide open three, and just like that, this is now a 6-point game. McClinton takes it from the top of the key. Takes the three-pointer. Oh, yep, sorry, 2-pointer, but still a tremendous shot from McClinton. He's already on fire early in this contest. Good pass there. And the nice finish there from Young. Cheyney responds right back so far. Little last couple minutes, kind of back and forth offense from Cheyney and Central Penn. Walker holds it at the wing. Dishes off from McClinton. Now he's looking to drive the lane, takes up the floater, and rattles around but will not go. Now Blackman takes it down the court. Into the corner for Young, who drives, dishes off for Lake. Good ball. Yep, good ball movement there from Cheyney. It's now a 4-point game. Brian, what do you see in these last couple of minutes that's allowed Cheyney to get back in this game?
Ball movement's been good. They're taking it easy. But their defense is getting pretty physical out there. So that's what you got to keep doing. Just got to keep playing hard. I want to see CP try to get the ball inside, try to take it easy. Not a bad. You don't have to worry. We got it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was sort of the problem last time out here, where the Knights were taking a lot of deep and either contested or uncontested three-pointers, and while they were still making them, they just could not get any offense going on in the paint. So would like to see them get it going here tonight. (13:25) here left to go in this first half. Knights lead it 18-14. Walker was getting the screen there from Young, gets another one, takes up the jumper, will show off the mark, but gets his own rebound.
Ooh, that should be blue ball.
That will be Cheyney ball. You are right on that call, Brian. Turnover from the Knights. And Cheyney are going to try to continue to claw back in this one. Side, Morales takes the jumper over at Harrison. Not the most advised shot there, but King and Young, a little bit of miscommunication trying to go for that rebound. And will tip off and go out of bounds and remain Cheyney ball, and that's the sort of thing that the Knights cannot afford to have here tonight. Can't give Cheyney too many second opportunities. Now Morales goes to work. This is inside. But the miss. Come away with the rebound. Now McClinton going to work.
Oh, nice.
Was a nice spin move, a little bit of underhand shot, but cannot get it to go. Morales going back down the court. And there you go. Long gets called for the travel and another turnover. It will be Knights ball. A lot of turnovers here early. Even though some pretty decent offense that we've seen so far from both teams, still a little bit of sloppy basketball from both of them.
100% a lot of slop. There is a lot of sloppy basketball. Turnovers, that shouldn't be happening.
I completely agree. Now McClinton finds Harrison from the wing.
3 seconds.
But an offensive 3-second in the paint will cause their turnover. Now Wallace has checked into the game for Anthony McClinton, as well as Garland Maker has checked into the game for Riley Young. And a nice play there. Walker going to work. And Blackman getting a little bit too handsy.
Yeah, he was.
Gets called for the foul.
Lake is going to return.
He will check into the game for Blackman. Jason Young also will check out of this game for Cheyney. And the inbound is tipped.
I didn't like that.
Neither did I. The steal by Cheyney. Morales misses the layup. But unfortunately, it was last touched by the Knights, and it will remain Cheyney ball. Morales off that inbound, wide open three in the corner, but misses. The loose ball gets away. Long comes and picks up the rebound. Muldrow looking to drive the lane, but then dishes back out for Morales. Going to work on Harrison, puts up that jumper. Off the mark, and Dukes will come down with the rebound. And just throws it right off of Lake's foot. Get called for a kickball, and it will be another out of bounds play, and it will remain Knights ball. Oh no! Near disaster there from the Knights, as Walker and Dukes were down there on the inbound, but Cheyney knocked it out of bounds. Anthony McClinton will check back into this game for Walker. Dukes with a no-look pass for Harrison. This is off for Amaker. He's getting double teamed, tries to get a pass off, but it is stolen. Now on the other side for Cheyney. And just a wide open layup there for Muldrow, and just like that, this is only a 2-point game. Trying to get a play going, almost lost the ball, but maintains possession. Dishes off for Harrison, who takes the long jumper off the mark. Oh, with some miscommunication there from Cheyney, allows Amaker to get the rebound. McClinton the three, but off the mark. And off the steal, he cannot get it to go. Amaker comes away with the rebound. Dukes with a no-look pass for Harrison. Good play. And the N1 finish will send him to the line. A very nice play there. Yeah, those last couple of possessions, Knights wasn't really getting anything going on offense, so hopefully something to play like that can get him going here, Brian.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
On the year for Harrison, he is a 50% free throw shooter. Definitely will be big of him here to sink both of these. Or sorry, no, it's a 3-point play. My apologies. He makes it a 21-16 game with a little more than 10 minutes left to go here in this first half. Knights looking to get a stop, try and extend this lead that they have built. Now Long was looking for a screen, but now he's going to drive the lane on Young. Some good defense there from the Knights. A loose ball. They come away with it. Now Peterson driving the lane. But I believe that was Amaker on the foul, and it will send Peterson to the line for 2. And the first one rattles around and is off the mark. But he will make the second, making it a 4-point game. Now McClinton finds Wallace wide open. He finds Amaker wide open. Looking to drive the lane. Dishes off for Dukes. Going to work on Blackman, now getting double teamed. Tried to pass it to Young, but a tip and a steal. Another turnover forced by Cheyney's defense. Now Muldrow driving the lane. Cannot get the finish. And the ref says it was off of Muldrow, and it will be Knights ball.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I think that should have stayed with Cheyney.
I think so. I think it might have been either Young or maybe possibly Dukes who was the last one to touch that. All I know, there was a lot of white jerseys and only one blue, but either way, it will be Knights ball. Now Dukes fakes the 3, takes the jumper, but it is off the mark. Long 3, that's Blackman from the wing, and just like that, Central Penn calls a timeout, and is now a 1-point game. They led it by as much as 7 points, but now, just like that, the last couple minutes, it's now a 1-point game. While we have the time, we'll give another quick shout out to our sponsor, Weis Markets. Freshness matters, especially in produce. Weis Markets know the importance of fresh produce. We take the time to hand stack our produce instead of selling it for the box to ensure every item is great quality and guaranteed fresh for our customers. Visit weismarkets.com/gas-rewards for more information. 9 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in this first half. Knights only lead it by 1. Brian, what are you seeing here that's just allowed Cheyney to fall back in this game?
I mean, it's just they're making big shots where CP isn't getting offensive shots going.
I completely agree. They need to get something going on the offensive side. Young,
good shot.
A nice shot there. 3-pointer, just like that.
That was a good shot.
Absolutely. Hopefully that can get something going for the Knights on offense. Meanwhile, on the other side, the long 3-pointer off the mark. I believe the foul was called on Young there.
Uh-oh. I think there's an ejection.
Yeah, the ref having a discussion. Not quite sure what is going on there, but Blackman going to work and puts up the nice jumper, and it will get the N1 call and head to the line. I think there might have been an issue with the shot clock is what they were talking about. Wallace checks back into this game for the Knights. On the floor for the Knights right now, Dukes, King, Wallace, Riley Young, and Anthony McClinton. As he misses the free throw, now Knights going back down with the ball. Need to get something going here. Try and extend this lead. Dukes almost lost a handle on the ball, but gets it back. Gets it back to McClinton at the top of the key. He's going to drive. Dish off to Dukes in the corner. Puts up the jumper, but it is off the mark. And Johnson will come away with the rebound.
Gotta make that layup. Gotta make that layup.
Knights have had a fair amount of open shots, both deep jumpers and in the paint, but unfortunately just aren't making them right now. And a weird play there will end up in a travel call on Johnson, and it will be Knights ball. Safe to say, you don't really see plays like that too often.
No, you don't.
Now Wallace. Pushing off for Young, who's looking to go to work. The fadeaway jumper bounces around but will not go, and Cheyney will come away with the rebound. Long three-pointer from the corner, off the mark. Young comes down with the rebound, dishes off from McClinton. I believe that was Young who will get called for the foul. Knights lead it 24-22. 7 minutes, 27 seconds left to go here in this first half. Knights looking to get something going here offensively.
100%.
McClinton was dishing off for King there. The foul was called. Wallace will check into this game for Peterson. McClinton's been the one running the offense the last couple of possessions for the Knights. Wallace for three, off the mark. McClinton tried to go for the rebound there, but will not get it. Frazier takes the ball down the court, takes the jumper, it is off the mark. And King will come away with the rebound. Now he's looking to go coast to coast potentially. He takes the jumper, that one is off the mark. Loose ball there. Cheyney comes away with it. Young looking to go to work on Wallace. Morales takes the three. Takes that jumper, it is off the mark. Jason Young just kept fighting for the ball. Several offensive rebounds in one possession and puts it back up and has tied this game at 24. The first time this game has been tied since the opening minutes. Now McClinton with a three. And just like that, the Knights take the lead back. 6 minutes left to go here in this first half. Knights lead at 27-24.
Offensive foul, nice.
Yep, Frazier was looking for a screen. But a little bit too aggressive was Johnson. And he will get called for the foul. McClinton takes it out to the wing. Looks for Dukes. Back out to McClinton for the three-pointer. And back-to-back possessions, back-to-back three-pointers for Anthony McClinton. And it is back to a 6-point game, just like that. And the finish there. Nice play from Cheyney, 30-26. Ooh, McClinton almost lost his footing there. Spin move. Nice move there from McClinton. Passes off for King, who loses the ball. Cheyney will come away with it. And the nice finish from Johnson. Now back to a 2-point game. McClinton and the Knights looking to pick up the pace. Wallace for three.
Not a good shot. Not a good possession.
Off the mark. Tried to pick up the pace, but a little bit too preemptive on that shot attempt. Now Cheyney on the other side. Morales with the finish, but will not make it. Young coming away with the rebound. Young, the three-pointer. In and out, toilet bowl, but will not go. But Wallace, right place at the right time, gets the offensive rebound and puts it back up for the two. Cheyney will call a timeout. 32-28, a little more than 4 minutes left to go here in this first half. The last couple of positions for the Knights have been pretty successful, but looking to see if they can get a stop here on Cheyney. As we go ahead and look at the live stats again, you can always check CentralPennKnights.com for all of our live stats. So far, I mean, Knights shooting 48% from the field and 55% from the three-point line. They have just been absolutely lights out on that end. 9 turnovers to 5 for Cheyney. If you take a look at the individual stats, for Cheyney, leading the way is Blackman with 8 points, Young with 6, as well as D'Angelo Lake with 6 of his own. Meanwhile, for Central Penn, Anthony McClinton on his senior night, leading the way with 14 points, 3 assists. Darius Wallace with 8 points of his own, and Deshaun King with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Wow. Cheyney looking to try and find any way, try and call back in this game. The long three-pointer, and it is made. Young makes it a 1-point game once again. Back and forth go these two teams. Now Dukes off the ISO with the jumper. Off the mark, Young gets the rebound. Wallace takes the three, now puts it up, but it is off the mark, and Morales will come away with the rebound.
Chance to get the lead here for Cheyney.
If you're the Knights, you need to do anything you possibly can to get a stop.
Cheyney got lucky they didn't call him for a trap.
Absolutely. But the foul from McClinton.
Jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. My apologies. It will be Knights ball. Knights looking to hopefully extend this lead. Maybe get something going in the paint. They've been taking a lot of three-pointers. Young with the jumper, but it is off the mark.
Too short, yep.
Cheyney comes away with another rebound. Floater off the mark, but Lake gets that rebound, puts it right back up, and a great play there. And just for the first time tonight, Cheyney has taken the lead, 33-32. Dukes. I knew he was going to get called for that. The travel just lost his footing off the push from Morales. And the ball will go the other way.
He tried to argue that. That was I think that was a tough one to argue.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely up. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate just because a little bit of the push off, but still, regardless, it will be a travel. A long three-pointer from Blackman. Just like that. Now Cheyney with the 4-point lead. Young fakes the three, drives the lane, but it is off the mark. Blackman comes away with it, takes the ball down the court. Looking to dish it off from Morales for three. It is off the mark, and Wallace comes away with the rebound. Now McClinton fakes the three, drives instead. And a reverse layup from McClinton. Nice shot. Close the gap just a little bit. A little more than 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Knights trail it by 2. Lake inside, going to work on Young. Lost his footing, put up a shot. Off balance shot at that, it will not go. Now Harrison taking the ball down the court. Off the mark, but a great play there from Young to grab that rebound and put it straight back up. And this game is tied once again. Wow, a roller coaster for both teams. It is now back at 36. A circus shot there from Young, but will not get it to go. But somehow the ball will find its way to Young, and it will be the jump ball, which means it will be Central Penn ball.
seconds.
Absolutely. Try and drain as much clock as you physically can.
And defense. Darius.
Wallace now driving in. Finds Young at the wing for three. Rattles around, but it is off the mark. Peterson comes away with the rebound for Cheyney. Minute left to go. Cheyney looking to do the same thing, slowing down the pace, eat up as much of that shot clock as they can. Off the screen from Lake, looking to go for a give and go, but Wallace read it perfectly, but Cheyney comes away with the loose ball. Now they lose it. King comes away with the loose ball. Going coast to coast, passes to McClinton.
Oh, I don't agree with that one.
Peterson went to go and block the shot, but he will get called for the foul. Yeah, definitely a very questionable call, but either way, we will take it as Knights fans. Not quite sure what he got called for. I mean, it looked like he was just kind of going for the ball. I didn't really see much contact there, but nevertheless, we are all the way up here, and maybe the refs have a better view of it. McClinton will miss the first free throw.
Here we go.
Oh, and he unfortunately will miss both, as Cheyney looking to take the lead just before the end of the first half. Lake gives it off to Blackman. His shot is off the mark, but long in the right place to get that offensive rebound and put it back up. Shot clock is unplugged for the Knights. They will need to try and drain as much of this clock as possible. You do not want Cheyney getting the ball back. McClinton trying to get a screen from Young. Dishes off for Young. Wallace with a three-pointer. And what an incredible shot from Darius Wallace. Gives the Knights a 1-point lead going into halftime. Wow.
The way to end the first half. That was great.
Absolutely.
Gotta capitalize on this, though. Gotta capitalize.
Absolutely. Knights lead at 39-38. Brian, what do you think the Knights are going to have to do coming out of halftime to try and extend this lead and come away with a win?
You got to keep up with them. They're coming down really fast, and there's a couple guys for CP that are on the other side of the court when they're going up for layups. So you just got to keep up with that.
Absolutely. Well, a great shot there from Wallace, almost at the buzzer, gives the Knights the lead going into halftime. We will be back in a few short minutes. Welcome back here for the second half of action between the Central Penn Knights and Cheyney University. Knights lead it 39-38. That last-minute shot, that almost buzzer beater from Darius Wallace gave the Knights the lead. They were trailing by a little bit, but now they have the lead, and they're going to look to try and come away with a win. Young with the tough finish. And already, early on, Cheyney takes the lead right back. I'm expecting a very back-and-forth matchup in the remainder of this game. Wallace with a deep corner from 3. It is off the mark. Tried to go for his rebound, but won't get it. 2-on-1 for Cheyney. Back and forth, and Frazier on the finish. Now the Knights need to get something going offensively early. King with the left-hand floater. It is off the mark, and Cheyney will come away with the rebound. Frazier gives it off to Pettis for the tough finish. And early on, the early minute here in the second half, Cheyney kind of pulling away here. Knights need to get something going offensively. Wallace carrying the ball. Now McClinton takes the long jumper. It is just off the mark, but Dukes going for the rebound. Oh, foul. I believe he gets called for the over-the-back foul, and it will be Cheyney's ball. Lineup on the floor for the Knights: Anthony McClinton, Khalil Dukes, Riley Young, Darius Wallace, and Deshaun King. Meanwhile for Cheyney, Clyde Frazier, Joshua Blackman, Jason Young, Nathan Pettis, and Lake. And another make there from Cheyney extends this lead even further. They now lead it by 7. Knights dying for something, some offensive momentum. King was getting double teamed, an errant pass. Intercepted and stolen by Frazier, who goes coast to coast and extends this Cheyney lead by even more. And Coach Gary Martin will call a timeout. Knights led it by 1, and now they're already down 9 early in the second half.
Gotta figure something out here, Dalton. I don't know. It's a lot just happened that quick.
Yeah, I mean, again, barely even 2 minutes into this first half. I mean, just a lot of turnovers for the Knights. Cheyney getting some stops, missing some open shots for the Knights, and just going straight down and putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, they gotta spread the ball around, keep moving it around, and try to get some open shots, because this isn't looking good.
And again, this has sort of been, unfortunately, this has sort of been the Knights' MO, where in the first half, they are just competing with every team that they're playing, whether they're having the lead or they're only down by a couple, and then just a couple empty possessions, some turnovers, they start to pile on themselves, and it just lets their opponent just, take a lead, and they just continue to build on it until it gets to a point where there's almost no coming back. Hopefully the Knights will look to avoid that. Knights trying to get some ball movement here. Now McClinton dishes off for Wallace. Finds King. He's going to take the jumper over 2 defenders, but just short and off the mark.
Not a bad possession, just a shot didn't fall for him.
Absolutely, that's been sort of the last couple of possessions for the Knights where they've had some decent looks, but they're just not getting anything to go. Now back on the other side, Cheyney going to work. Blackman with the nice finish, and the Knights just have 0 answers for anything that Cheyney's doing offensively. Need to try and bring this down to within double digits. Dukes going up. A lot of contact.
Yeah, there was a lot there. That was right.
And an easy call for the ref to make will send Dukes to the line for 2. On the season, Duke's a 72% free throw shooter as he makes his first one.
It's a nice shot. Good foul shot.
That is the first point for the Knights here early on in this second half. The second one is unfortunately off the mark.
Lake is a big boy.
Absolutely, an absolute force down in the paint for Cheyney, both on the offensive and defensive side all night.
Man defense.
Yep, Lake gets the screen for Frazier. His layup is off the mark. Now Duke's on the other side. His layup is also off the mark. Now Cheyney taking it back down. Young. His layup is off the mark, but a loose ball allows Cheyney to get the ball back. A nice block there from Dukes. Prevents the three-pointer. Now dishes off for King, who gets the layup. And a nice transition there from the Knights. Brings the lead back within double digits. For a screen from Lake. Lake taking the long two-pointer, but it is off the mark. Duke comes away with the rebound. Tries to pass off to McClinton, but didn't put enough on it. Cheyney comes away with the steal, and Jason Young with the finish. Now Riley Young driving the lane on two defenders. Nice. The fadeaway shot.
That's a nice play.
Absolutely terrific shot there from Young. Lake going to work on Riley Young, losing his footing. Loose ball. Riley tries going for it. Now Lake in the paint, and he'll get called for the travel. And a turnover from Cheyney. It will be Knights ball. Clinton takes the ball down for the Knights. Looking to get something going, try to develop some sort of offensive momentum. King looking for Young from three. Shorten off the mark, but King gets his offensive rebound. He puts up the three-pointer. Also off the mark, Dukes gets the offensive rebound. McClinton, another three-pointer off the mark. But King, had the loose ball rebound. It would have been wide open for the putback, but unfortunately couldn't get a handle on it, and it will go out of bounds. Absolutely would have loved to see the Knights come away with that, but while we have a time to talk, actually I'll give it to you, Brian.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll give yourself a break, dude. You're talking a lot, man. Give yourself a break.
I appreciate it.
Are you in a hurry and can't figure out what you have to get for dinner? Stop by the local Weis Market here in Enola, all over, where they offer quick, easy, and convenient meals for you and your family. Pick up a bucket of fried chicken or check out their Friday pizza deals. For every 5 pizzas you purchase, you get a 6th one for free. This includes both cheese and one-topping pizzas. Visit them online at weismarkets.com/deli for more information.
Now I'll tell you what, some Weis pizza sounds absolutely terrific right now. Cheyney taking the ball down the court. Frazier, this is all for Lake, who takes another deep two-pointer from the top of the key, but it will not go. An offensive rebound, but never mind. King comes away with the loose ball. He pump faked that first pass attempt, but finds Young anyways, who gets the N1 finish. And that little bit of hesitation on the pass from King might have caused a little bit of confusion from Cheyney's defense. Allowed Young to get open, and now he's heading the line. Young with the make. Makes this now a 5-point game. Central Penn, not that they were ever out of it, but now they're right back in it. A couple substitutions for Cheyney. Morales is checked back into the game, as well as Muldrow. Lake was looking to take another long-range two-pointer, but instead drives the lane and has an easy bucket down in the paint.
Oh man, Got to get this lead back down to at least 5.
Absolutely. The Knights have been doing a pretty good job putting points on the scoreboard the last couple possessions. McClinton.
Good shot.
Nice shot there. Brings this lead back down to 5. As we take a quick look at the individual stats, Blackman leading the way for Cheyney with 15, Jason Young with 13, and D'Angelo Lake with 10. Meanwhile, for Central Penn, as Young takes the long three-pointer, but it is off the mark. Dukes comes away with the rebound. Looks for Wallace from 3. And off the mark, but a nice save by Riley Young. King with a corner 3. Off the side of the backboard. Morales comes away with the rebound. Passes for Jason Young. And a lot of contact there as he goes up for the shot on Dukes. Will send him to the free throw line.
Ooh, I think they're calling on the floor.
Never mind, you're right, they are calling it on the floor, but it will still remain Cheyney ball. Meanwhile, for the Knights, Anthony McClinton leading the way with 18. Darius Wallace with 11, who is 3 of 8 from the three-point line, and Riley Young with 10 of his own. Young. The shot was blocked, but unfortunately, for the Knights will get called for a foul, and it will send Jason Young to the line. So far for the Knights, no one really in serious foul trouble. Only one is Khalil Dukes with 3, Riley Young and Garland Amaker with 2, Darius Wallace and McClinton with 1. On Cheyney's side, Blackman with 3 fouls of his own, Lake with 2, and Jason Young, Nathan Pettis, and Peterson with 1. So far for both teams, no one really getting any serious foul trouble, although it is still very early on here in the second half. Young misses both of his free throws, but Lake gets that offensive rebound, and still they come away with 2 points regardless. And Harrison was looking to throw it back to McClinton, but throws it way off the mark, and it will go out of bounds, and another turnover for the Knights. And so far, the big difference in this game, the Knights with 12 turnovers compared to Cheyney's 7, and that's enough to create a big difference. Now Long, who is there in the lane, finds Frazier in the corner for 3, and just like that, Cheyney is starting to pull back away, now back up by 10. Young takes a corner 3, bounces around, but it will not go. Long comes away with the rebound.
I would have kept it going a little bit more. I didn't like that shot by Riley.
Absolutely, there was not a lot of ball movement there, didn't take him a lot of clock. Meanwhile, Long takes a three-pointer, is off the mark, and Harrison comes away with the rebound. McClinton fakes the 3. Another pro step, but it is off the mark. And Morales had to save it for Cheyney. It would have been out of bounds on them. But instead, they now take it down the court. Frazier on 2 defenders, and a tough finish there. They now lead it by 12, their largest lead of the night. And head coach Gary Martin will call timeout.
You know, it's hard to study when you're hungry, and the college pantry can help. Central Penn College and your Student Government Association are committed to ensuring that all of our CPC Knights have access to food when they need it. Requests are kept anonymous and can be submitted online. Look for the link under the link section of Student Central, or contact the housing director, Lindsay Garber. And you can always get your food at Weis Market.
You definitely
See,
can.
there you go. Got it. You tie them both together.
Central Penn students have multiple options for the way they get food. Well, here, a little bit less than 12 minutes left to go in the second half. Knights trail it 61-49. Definitely have not come out the way they wanted to early on here in the second half, but there's still definitely a lot of time for them to try and build some offensive momentum and get themselves back in this one, Brian.
Yeah, 100%. And got to find ways to be quick, though, because now we're at 11:50 in the second. Got to be quick. Got to be quick.
discussing what they want to do. Stretching their time out as long as they possibly can. Now the Knights on this offensive possession will need to do anything they possibly can to try and put points on the board. Wallace, this is off of McClinton. Back to Wallace. McClinton fakes the three, drives, passes off. A loose ball, and Cheyney will come away with it. It's Frazier who takes the ball down the court, drives the lane, goes up for the floater, but it is off the mark. Now McClinton for three, and it is good. Anthony McClinton, another three-pointer, and a huge shot there has brought this game back within 10.
We've known that Anthony McClinton can do this. Remember the days he moved in. The kid is talented.
He absolutely is. Lake was trying to go to work there on Amaker, but will lose the ball. But it will remain Cheyney ball after the foul. He's trying to spin around again, but Amaker slapped it right out of bounds. Amaker playing some very solid defense on Lake here. Same with McClinton playing very solid defense on Morales. Morales going to work on McClinton. Takes the jumper, it is off the mark. Amaker with a nice rebound. Now McClinton to Wallace for King for three. Oh, and it is good. A very nice shot there from King. Brings it back to 6 points. Listen, the Knights were never out of it, but now they're starting to build something here. And a turnover from Cheyney as Long was looking to get it inside the Lake, but the pass a little bit off the mark. And the Knights will have an opportunity to close the gap.
Yeah, they do.
Oh. They're putting a lot of bodies on the defensive side around the perimeter. Not letting them take the three-pointer. King takes it anyways, but it is off the mark. Oh my goodness! Oh, whoa! Frazier to Muldrow. An impressive play there by Cheyney. My goodness! Now Wallace finds McClinton for three. A little bit long and off the mark. Now Morales. Driving the lane, almost had his pocket picked by King, but keeps the ball. Now Lake driving the lane, looking to do the same thing. Amaker was going for the block, but just missed it. Offensive rebound again by Lake. And Amaker was going for the block, but hit Lake in the hand and will send him to the line. He will make the first one. A couple substitutions for Cheyney as Jason Young, Blackman, and Pettis will check back into this one. And after Lake's second free throw make, Cheyney back up by 10 with just a little more than 9 minutes left to go in this one. Dalton, Koller, Brian Christiana on the call. Knights trailing by 10, but still definitely had a lot of time to get something going here and come back in this one. Now King. Some ball handling, tries to go to work, puts up the jumper, but it is off the mark. Taking a lot of deep shots, but just unfortunately for the Knights, not making enough of them.
And they brought it down to 6 multiple times, but just haven't capitalized.
Absolutely, as Blackman will take the mid-range jumper, and it will go. Knights, they've been taking a lot of 3-point shots, but almost nothing going on in the paint, and now Cheyney has responded to that by putting a lot of bodies around the perimeter. As King takes the long-range jumper, but it is off the mark.
It's not a good shot.
I mean, you have to at some point make the offensive adjustment to realize that they're not allowing you to take that 3-point shot and try to get something going on in the paint. As Muldrow was going to work on McClinton. McClinton gets called for the foul, and it will remain Cheyney ball. Riley Young and Khalil Dukes will check into this game for Wallace and Harrison. Also, Harley will check into the game for Deshaun King. And a 3-pointer from the corner, Blackman off the mark. They get the ball back. And again, another offensive rebound from Cheyney allows them to keep possession and try to extend this lead.
Clock needs to start. Start the clock.
Yep, and a nice
Start the clock.
pickpocket there from McClinton. Dukes trying to take the ball down the court, but loses his footing and will step out of bounds. Knights trail at 67-55.
Now the clock is running.
They're trying to get the clock to the right time as they weren't starting the clock. But now it's good to go.
Oh, Brett. The clock wasn't running.
Long 3-pointer. As Pettis is off the mark, it will go out of bounds. Seven minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in this one. Knights trail it by 12, but definitely still an opportunity for the Knights to come back in this one, but they need to develop a new offensive strategy because Cheyney is not allowing them to take any 3-pointers. Now McClinton, the long-range jumper.
Too much.
A little bit too much on it, off the mark. Richard Harley comes away with the rebound. Draws the foul, and it will remain Knights ball. Now Berzie Monzijo is checking into the game for Anthony McClinton.
Oh, boy.
A little bit of miscommunication on who's going to be taking the inbound. Amaker almost lost his footing, but got the ball off. Dukes, meanwhile, takes the 3-point shot and will make it.
This is who they got to get away from Khalil Dukes to get some points. He is the most important player on the team.
Absolutely, both offensive and defensively. Down the stretch, if they want to come back in this game, they need to get him going. Dukes tried to pick his pocket. Cheyney keeps the ball. Jason Young was looking to go and work on Dukes, but no dice. Now the long-range 3 from Muldrow. It is off the mark. And Monzijo comes down with the rebound. Now Dukes wide open in the wing. Now takes it back out. Monzijo in the corner from 3. And short. Now Jason Young taking it down the court. A nice Euro step. Monzijo trying to go for the block.
He got lucky because that ball almost went over the baseline.
Absolutely. Just a little bit longer, Monzijo would have had a huge chase down block. But it will remain 2 points for Cheyney. They extend this lead. Inside the paint, it's tipped by Muldrow. It allows Cheyney to come away with the ball, but Blackman cannot get a handle on that pass, and it will go out of bounds. And a turnover from Cheyney.
11-point lead, got to get some points up.
Need to build some offensive momentum. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in this one. Knights trail it by 11. Need to seemingly play perfect the rest of this one if they want to come away with a win. Mount Ziho takes the jumper, a little bit too much on it, off the mark. Young following Pettis very closely. He has to dish it off. Long range three. An ill-advised shot there from Blackman, but the Knights will take it. An empty possession. Now looking to put some points on the board. Dukes is looking for Amaker, a block. But Knights still stay with the ball. Mount Ziho was getting double teamed. Had to pass it off for Young. And Riley Young gets called for the foul. Tried to go for the ball, but grabbed his arm. Young doesn't like the call, but I do believe it was the correct one. Hawkins will make his first.
Yeah, they called the intentional foul there on Riley Young.
I mean, I don't believe that there was any malicious intent with that. Really, he was just trying to go for the ball. But regardless, Hawkins will make both of his technical free throws. As Lake and Frazier have checked back into the game for Cheyney. 5 minutes left to go. Knights trail at 71-58. The Knights need to get a defensive stop here. Solid defense to not allow Lake to make that one, but a little bit too handsy. We'll send him to the line. Knights now starting to find themselves in a little bit of foul trouble as both McClinton and Dukes have 3 fouls in the team. As a total, have 8 fouls in this one, and they are now in the bonus. And Lake will make both of his free throws and will extend this lead to now 15. And man, I mean, at one point, I'm not saying they're out of it. There's still definitely plenty of time. A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. Is Wallace with a long-range three. A nice shot there. Makes it a 12-point game. But I mean, the Knights were playing some very sound basketball. They were up by 1 going into halftime, but then just coming out, Cheyney took the lead, and they haven't given it back. Frazier driving on Dukes. And Dukes will get called for the foul and send Frazier to the line. Dukes now 4th foul of the night. 1 more and he will be fouled out of this game. Frazier misses the first free throw. And McClinton will check into the game for Dukes. I completely agree. It's unfortunate because obviously
there's so much talent.
Absolutely. I was just about to say there are a lot of good players on this team. It's just they can't seem to put it together for a complete 40 minutes. As Wallace, back-to-back possessions, 3-pointers from that same spot on the court.
And Darius Wallace, from the last time I've seen him, his 3-point shot has really improved.
Absolutely. Now Frazier dishes off for Lake, and that's just too easy there.
Lake needs to calm down every time he gets a basket against the ball, he's looking for a foul.
Absolutely. I mean, he's getting double teamed, but I mean, definitely a little bit too, anxious to try and get some calls. Meanwhile, McClinton went for a layup, but Pettis with the impressive block. It will be Cheyney ball. picks up the ball, had to try and find someone. He finds Blackman, who takes the jumper.
Good shot.
And makes it.
That's a nice shot by Blackman.
Absolutely. Just ran straight to that corner, too. Put up the jumper with no hesitation and makes it. Meanwhile, Harrison from 3. It is off the mark. 2 Cheyney players fighting for it. It's Pettis who comes away with it, looking to go coast to coast, and he will. And Cheyney with a complete lineup substitution.
Just for subs. It was just for subs. Oh, no, maybe not.
And they will now call a timeout. A little bit more than 3 minutes left to go.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you need to check out the Central Penn College app because it was designed with students in mind. The app brings the school to your fingertips and enables you to connect with the Central Penn College community. Stay on top of all our events, classes, and assignments with the built-in calendar function, and get notified of important dates, deadlines, and security announcements. Make friends, ask questions, and access campus resources at any time. Search Central Penn College in the App Store.
Closing minutes of this one. Knights trail it 80-64. Definitely a very, very large hill for the Knights to climb. But it's still not entirely out of the question. We've seen a lot crazier things. But they need to play perfect basketball.
Yes, they do, Dalton.
They almost had another turnover, but luckily Knightly Young was in the right spot. But Harrison puts up the jumper, but it will not go. Now Long.
Oh, nice play.
And a very nice reverse layup finish there from Long, extends the lead. King takes the long range three from the wing, but it will not go. Johnson comes away with the rebound. Peterson. The long range three from Hawkins. It will be off the mark, but Long with the N1 finish.
Fans, this game was down to 6 at one point in the second half.
I mean, to open up the second half, the Knights led it by 1.
There you
and
go.
Now they're down by 20. And I think that right there, unfortunately, I mean, you could argue that it might have been a couple minutes ago, but I think that right there will be the official dagger. And Long makes it a three-point play. They now lead it by 21. Now Ziho looking to go to work on Long. A foul called on Long. It will remain Knights ball. From Walker off the mark. Allows Hawkins to come away with the rebound. Now Hawkins with the turnaround jumper. And this one is getting ugly. Harrison, three-pointer off the mark. Knights just absolutely no offensive momentum. Cheyney was going for another alley-oop. Almost a circus finish there from Long, but he will head to the line regardless. Well, folks, I think it is now time to choose our Weis Markets player of the game, and for the Knights,
Anthony McClinton.
Who else? On his senior night, Anthony McClinton led the way with 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists.
Great choice.
A very, very solid performance on his senior night. Anthony McClinton comes away with another Weis Markets player of the game.
ball out whenever you're on offense. Don't foul on defense.
Yeah, I agree. This game is pretty much all but over. Unfortunately, I mean, the Knights were in it. They were going back and forth with Cheyney for a large majority of this game, but just a couple turnovers and it led to just this onslaught that this game has now become. Walker, the long range three off the mark.
I like that shot. It looked good.
I agree. And Harrison tried to go for the rebound of the putback, but it won't go. Almost an impressive block by Manziho, but Hawkins with the make and extends the lead even further. And I think the big difference here in this one, the Knights with 17 turnovers at only Cheyney's 10, and Cheyney scoring 19 points off of Central Penn's turnovers, as Manziho, a very long-range three, way off the mark. And again, similar to last game, where the Knights came away with a loss, Cheyney with 47 rebounds to the Knights only having 34. I mean, if those are the sort of stats and the difference in this game, it's going to be kind of hard to come away with a win.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Knights trying to put some last-minute points on the scoreboard to make this seem a little less ugly. And King will get called for the travel.
It was the right call, too.
Absolutely. He went up for the shot and came back down before putting it up. Well, unfortunately,
there's still a 2-second differential on the shot and came clock.
Long, going to drive the lane. And a block by Manziho, but it will go out of bounds and remain Cheyney ball. A little bit of loose ball, but Hawkins can come away with it. Peterson with the miss. Now King with a nice finish.
And that's the ball game.
And just like that, Manziho comes away with the steal. King, the three-pointer, off the mark. Johnson with the rebound, and that will end this one. Well, Brian, obviously we wanted this one to end a little bit differently. They led it 39-38 coming out of the second half, but just a complete collapse from the Knights. What a wrap on this one. What did you see there from the Knights?
Just, they got outplayed by a really good, like a pretty good team. So they just got to find out what you got to do to fix that, and you can't let that happen again. So good job, Dalton. You did great tonight, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate it, Brian. Always love to have you having you out here to join the broadcast. Also want to give a shout out to Professor Paul Miller. We got one more game on the season. It'll be the Knights taking on Christiana Thursday, February 27th, here at East Penn Middle School. But until next time,